So today we are going to discuss this particular question, and you'll find the question in description as well. The question is in quotes, right is right even if no one is doing it, and wrong is wrong even when everyone is doing it. Do you agree with this statement? And you have to explain this statement with illustrations. Now let's see this. The concept of right in ethics and the concept of right understood otherwise is a little different. There is an amount of subjectivity that is there in understanding that is general, but ethics is very strict about the understanding of right and wrong. So what this statement quotes is, and what this statement connotes as well, is that right would remain right independent of any other thing. So that's what the statement says. Right is right even if no one is doing it. So what is it making? It is making right independent of any number of people. Similarly, in the second part of the statement, it's quoting that wrong is wrong even when everyone is doing it. Now we know that corruption, bribery is widespread in government or in administration at times. So what is the rationalization that people do over there is that everybody is taking bribe. Will it be wrong that everybody is taking bribe? So what have they done over there? They have equated something being right because the number of people doing it is more. This is technically known as done thing in administration, because that done thing is this fallacy only, where people start considering the number of people doing a particular act to be the reason behind some act being right or some act being wrong. Alright. So in this statement is not wrong. We have to make an agreement to this statement. Why? Because when we talk about ethics, or when we talk about the fundamental value attached to the concept of right and the concept of wrong, in that time, what are we doing? We are talking right is right for everyone, and right cannot be different for you or different for me or for anybody for that matter. But the idea over here is that right would not be related to the number of people. Then what would right be related to? If you want to see a particular action, if it is right or if it is wrong, what can you relate it to? Over there, it is the determinants of ethics which will come into action. Determinants are those things which will help you that if a particular act is correct, good, or if a particular act is bad, evil. Alright, so it's the determinants which is going to decide that a particular action is right or wrong, and it's not at all the number of people. Do remember that. At the cost of repetition, I'll say that no number of people can decide if a particular act is right or wrong, because then fallacies would happen. And as in administration also we had seen earlier that it is existent, and in this question as well we have seen the same thing, that it's not contingent upon the number of people. Also, illustration wise, you can always give the illustration of bribery and corruption, and right then you can take the example of Mahatma Gandhi, or there are plenty of examples which you can pick up from. The question would be a 10 marker. You will have to write it in 150 words. So keep your reasoning intact. The 150 is not too many words. Keep your reasoning intact, keep your articulation at your best, and go ahead. This is how you can handle such kind of question. Thank you.